What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So we have a massive update that's going to go live tomorrow. Treyarch did give us a little bit more information on the upcoming playlist, the new LTMs and modes that are going to be available with this update. And then we also got some new information, which seems like a lot of content has been delayed for Season 3 Reloaded. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you do find the video informative or helpful at any point, don't forget to hit that like and sub button. But let's go ahead and get into it. So right now, we're around exactly 2 weeks since the launch of the Season 3 update. Treyarch has posted, they said Season 3 is just getting started. New tomorrow in Black Ops 6. So first off, we have the Black Ops tribute event. I did cover that in yesterday's video, so I'm not going to talk about it here. Then we also have a new mode, or a returning mode, and that's going to be Demolition. So if you guys remember Demolition from back in the day, just to give you a description of that mode, it's alternate between attacking and defending two bomb sites. The attacking team must destroy both bomb sites to win the round, gaining a time bonus after detonating the first site. All attacking operators spawn with the bomb, and respawns are active for both teams throughout the match. So that's the mode that's going to be available. Then we have 10v10 search and destroy coming in, 6v6 gunfight, Team Cranked in Zombies, which was an LTM we saw in the past before. They are bringing it back. And then for zombies, you get 2 times Gobblegum earn rate. They don't mention any XP bonuses, so double XP or double weapon XP. It seems like it's just Gobblegums. And then the Death Machine score streak, which comes in with the tribute event, the close shave perk, the nail gun, and more. So it looks like this is going to be a pretty massive update in terms of the playlist, the content coming in, the rewards that you can unlock, and everything all around. On top of this, this is the last update that we get before the Season 2 Reloaded update. So this is like the halfway point until we jump into Reloaded. That means that the content is supposed to expand for these next 2 weeks, and then we will get another title update and get more content then. So that's what to expect with the current schedule that we have at the moment. Now, at the same time, Call of Duty Updates did post a new set of patch notes. Not too much really going on here, but they said multiplayer maps dealership closed an exploit that allow players to access an unintended location in the commissary. Then for zombies, Gobblegums fixed the issue where Gobblegums a player was carrying when they saved would not be returned to them on solo save load. This had no effect on players' overall Gobblegum inventory, and they mentioned this was added on April 11th, and then closed various Gobblegum exploits also added on April 11th. So they're talking about patch notes that happened almost a week ago. For some reason, they mentioned them today. Nothing for Warzone, but this is everything that Call of Duty did post. Now, after this update goes live, there will be another one, which is Season 3 Reloaded, the major big next title update. Now, according to the Ghost of Hope, there is a little bit of bad news alongside that. He said, report, we're going to start seeing some stuff that was meant for Season 3 Reloaded and beyond for Warzone getting pushed. Stuff that's been announced in the blog / patch notes for Season 3 Reloaded will continue to be released, so that's good news there. Everything that we've talked about so far and we know is coming into the game is still on track to release, but some things in the pipeline are being given more time to be perfected to ensure they keep the quality high. This probably has to do with DLC weapons that they don't necessarily announce. For example, if you guys remember last season, they didn't announce all the melee weapons that were coming in, the TMNT event, the crossover, all of that stuff that we ended up getting in Season 2's mid-season update that wasn't mentioned in the blog. So they probably had something scheduled for Season 3 Reloaded like that as well, but they decided to go ahead and delay it. And then they said Activision and Raven both think that the game is in a very good spot, so they want to slow changes down and keep things in their back pocket in case they need to mix things up later. This can be interpreted as good and bad news. The good news is Call of Duty is doing pretty well right now in terms of the feedback that is being given to them, the amount of players that are currently playing the game. We talked about how Activision was super happy with the way that the Return to Verdansk went and how players are consistently playing the game. And overall, Call of Duty is in a very good spot. Now, the problem with Call of Duty being in a good spot and players playing is it's very fragile. If they do one update that upsets players, then everyone could pretty much leave. It's looking like they want to slowly take their time, make sure every update that they add to the game is perfect, because if they have some of the same updates that we've seen in the past where they would completely crash the game, servers would go offline, and issues like that would arise, That would definitely spoil everything that Call of Duty has worked for so far with the Season 3 update, so they're going to take their time when they begin to add content. Now, at the moment, it's still unclear exactly what they were planning to add in Season 3 Reloaded. No leakers have really mentioned exactly what Ghost of Hope was talking about, so it could potentially have been extra DLC weapons that weren't announced in the blog post, maybe some new LTM, some new POI changes for Verdansk, something along those lines. Now, he did specifically say all of the confirmed changes that they've talked about and mentioned in the blog, where they said coming in the mid-season update, for example, ring play being added to Battle Royale. There's also the zip lines that they're going to implement and add to the higher locations, for example, like Stadium, train station, finally opening up those doors so you can get inside. These were already previously announced, so you don't have to worry about that content. So basically everything that was delayed at the moment has not been leaked or revealed. Another thing is, with the Season 3 Reloaded update going live next month, there's probably going to be some sort of mentions of these items, the content in the files. So that's when we're going to get an answer. So whatever it was that was originally scheduled for Season 3 Reloaded, it's probably still going to be in the files, and then leakers are going to reveal that information to us. If there was like a crossover they were scheduling for that, if there was an event that they were bringing in, all that good information will be uncovered for us. Later on this week, we're going to talk about the massive mid-season update, all of the content to expect with it, the operators that we know of, and everything good like that. For now, this is the major event that we currently have, which is the Black Ops Tribute one, the new playlist, and the LTMs that are going to release tomorrow, and that's what we have for the next 2 weeks. Now, since we're on the topic of delays, it looks like even bigger updates for the future of Call of Duty were delayed as well. We did touch up on this before when IGN did a dev interview with Raven Software. Raven told IGN that Verdansk is going to stay in Warzone through at least the end of the year. They said for the time being, Verdansk is sticking around, and this is just the beginning of the Verdansk 2025 journey, and then we'll see how things go from there. And then the Ghost of Hope quoted this. He said, unless the map rotation tech I've been hearing about magically comes at the end of this year, then it looks like Verdansk is going to be the only big map for BR till at least 2026, and Avalon was scrapped like I said before. So it looks like potentially content that was supposed to release, which was the Battle Royale map that was supposed to replace Urzikstan, but we ended up getting Verdansk instead when they decided to bring that map back. We don't know exactly what's going on with Avalon. It may potentially be scrapped forever. Maybe we end up seeing it on later down the line. But at the moment, that's also delayed content that we're just probably not going to see. But that is all that I got for you guys here in today's video. Are you guys excited for the future of Call of Duty? Do you think that the updates that we're getting right now, do you think they should pretty much drip feed us content while the game is still doing pretty good? Or do you think that it will kill all of the momentum, all of the hype, if they don't drop consistent updates and give us consistent content? I'll leave that question below for you guys to answer in the comments, but that is all that I have for you guys here in today's video. The update will go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If there's any new patch notes or anything like that, I definitely will have you guys covered on it. And then we're also going to talk about the Reloaded update later on. But it's been your boy Chidzo. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.